Oh yeah, I got a game to play. Shit. Hello again. We are now moving on to Act numero 2. Let's just get to it. Achievement! Alright, how are we looking on stats? Gold is gonna be maxed out. Honor currently maxed out. Food doing good. Military, meh. Morale, a little less than half. Alright. Act 2, the High Arm Tourney, which I am hosting. 'Tis midsummer for the Western Valley, and everywhere be abuzz with activity. It has been a month since the Lord's Mount, when the nobles busy themselves with the outcomes. The High Lord hath siege weapons in progress under House Marcave. I assume that's Marcave. Who does they say that? Gossip of war is unfounded yet prevalent. The valley hath a new high arm, Lord Stock. I won the honor of hosting a tourney for the new high arm. As such, Brookton is hectic with activity in preparation. Let us look at said preparations. Oh, ooh, oh! Hold on a second here. Ooh, nice. Reminds me of a Renaissance Festival. Go figure. Alright. The sun is high and the air is filled with the sounds of workers setting up tents and ensuring everything is in place for the grand event. Suddenly, Castellan Keep approaches with a look of mild concern. My lord, the preparations for the tournament are nearly complete, but there are a few matters that require your immediate attention. With only a fortnight remaining, these issues could affect the success of the event if not addressed promptly. What troubles thee? First, there is a shortage of quality timber needed to finish the jousting stands. We hast used all of the reserves and need to find a new source soon. Okay. I know this is a bit gamifying. I know I get an achievement if I keep gold maxed out for like a turn and I'm almost there. I don't really want... Also, I don't want to give Carlbridge any money. Additional trees north of Brookton. I guess the problem... Well, I mean, can I even trust him to give me good lumber? I kind of spat in his face during the Lord's Mount. This video, by the way, brought to you by Mountain Dew Zero. Not really. But Pepsi, I will shell out for it. Ooh. We'll do it ourselves. Excellent! I shall speak with the Master at Arms later and have it done. The merchants from Brookton believe that they should have the right to set up the most prominent stalls, given their loyalty to House Brightward. Yet, the merchants from Crest Hall who bring exotic goods argue that their presence will add prestige to the event. Okay. So if I favor my merchants, my morale will go up. If I support the merchants from Crest Hall, morale will go down, but I assume I'll get something for this later and it's not just a negative. How is my morale? Well, less than half. I mean, I feel like since I'm doing the hosting and the setup and everything, I should get a little bit of the limelight here for my own people, right? I think that's fair. Yeah. Get that morale up. Morale up. Ooh, nice. Over the halfway mark. Onwards to next week. 2 achievements! Max honor and max gold! Really going for the economic win here. Alright, ooh, our army has been completed. Oh, look at the cool horses. Oh, yeah. The horses really do please me. Search for a coach. As the tournament draws near, Lord Brightward is in the keep reviewing the final preparations. Isn't it normally in first person when it's directly about me? Maybe not. It's been a few days. Thy sibling Abigail Brightward and the sole representative of thy house in the upcoming joust. Oh, enters with a determined expression. God, I'm like, what, 5 minutes in? I'm already mush-mouthing things. Lord sibling, I come with a request. As thou know, it hath been a decade since I last participated in a joust. Though I be confident in my abilities as a rider and fighter, I canst not deny I am out of practice with the lance. To bring honor to our house, I seek thy approval to hire a skilled jousting coach to help me prepare. Absolutely. We are flush with gold. Go nuts. Absolutely. Bring us honor and prestige. Let Lord Stock simp over you more. Okay. Their face brightens with a mix of relief and determination. They stand a bit taller, motivated by the support. I shall make the most of this opportunity and shall not let thee down. I believe in holy God! Oh, we hired the best in the land, I guess. I mean, it doesn't affect the long term, but whew. Check out the army. Gentlemen, and thy tents. My lord, recruitment was a success, and we've begun training in earnest. We are suited to get started, yet there is plenty of opportunity for officers and leadership roles if you find appointing somebody to serve in our troop would serve thy well. The encampment will be a permanent fixture for thy house moving forward, and while they can help with guard duty, on occasion the true value won't be felt till we need to use force to execute the house's goals. Oh! Gentlemen! Gentlemen! Oh, God. Welcome. I'm sorry that most of you fell down and probably injured yourself. You're not giving me much confidence, as silly as that was. Military shoots up by a lot. Long-term goal takes a hit. That makes sense. I am 15 people. Honor over max. All right. Yeah, it's fine. Gold still over half. Military is down taken care of. All right, next week. Ooh. Welcome. All right, the High Arms opening statement. The tournament grounds are a bustling sea of color and noise. Banners of the various noble houses flutter in the breeze, and the excited murmurs create a lively atmosphere. At the center of it all, the grandstand has been erected, where the High Arm, Lord Stock, will deliver the opening speech. Good people of the Western Valley, it is with great pride that I have been selected to be thy High Arm. Together we have forged a valley of strength, a place where honor and loyalty bind us as one. In these times, when the winds of uncertainty blow across the kingdom, we must look within and beyond our borders. Our valley is strong, yet 'tis our duty to be unyielding against any foreign threats that may seek to undermine our peace. As thy High Arm, I shall ensure we are ne'er found wanting, for when our mettle is tested, we shall flourish, protect thine lands, and see a prosperity unmatched. I thank thee for this tourney, and to all who compete, know that you do so with the hope and strength of the valley behind you. Let this grand tourney commence. Oh, morale shoots up. Nice. Nice, I'm doing well on all fronts. I think food is now my current lowest, and I'm still pretty well on that. Okay, so we're getting right into it, huh? Alright. As thou explores the tourney grounds, Abigail can be found preparing their gear for the upcoming joust. Hopefully that coach was good, you only had a week or two. Mine lord sibling, good to see thou. I seek thy advice for thine opponent. Oh no! They're defaced Sir Godfrey Mallister in the joust first round. A knight of renown sworn to the High Lord themselves. So it shall not be an easy win, I fear. We have shared friendly words in the past, yet I know little of their skills personally. I find myself unsure how best to prepare for this contest. Okay, we're gonna toss out 3. We don't want to be. We're running high honor this playthrough, so suggest consulting the Whisperhead to see what they have on Sir Malister, or just train. Okay, well, Martin Smith says they can speak to their fighting style. That's nice. No, we're going honor. We're going full honor on this. You won't let me down. Martin's training is harsh, yet if they maketh me stronger, I shall face it head on. Alright. Do the house proud. The tournament grounds are alive with excitement as the trumpets blare, signaling the start of the day's contests. Abigail Brightward, clad in the colors of House Brightward, why was that hard to say, sits astride their horse at one end of the lists. Across from them, Sir Godfrey Malister, a knight of imposing stature and gleaming armor, gives a nod of respect to their counterpart. People of the valley, gather ye round. The next match is set between Sir Godfrey Malister, sworn sword of our noble High Lord, and Abigail Brightward, representing House Brightward. Alright, Abigail. Don't let me down. Competitors urge their horses forward, lower lances, and meet with successfully deflected blows. On the second pass, Abigail's lance strikes true, catching Sir Malister just above the shield and unseating them with a powerful blow. A clean hit! Abigail Brightward has unseated Sir Godfrey Malister. The crowd roars for their hometown rider as Abigail rides over to their bested opponent as they regain their feet. A fine strike, Abigail. Thou hast proven thy mettle today. It shall be mine honor to recall this match. Good. Good. It's going well so far. I can't wait to see what fuckery hits us soon. Probably in the shape of our most hated foe. You know who I'm talking about. High morale bumper harvest. Well, let's do show of support first. Top to bottom. Lord Stock, what have you for me? As thou walks through the marketplace, taking in the sights and sounds of the tourney, a familiar voice calls out. What a pleasant surprise to find thee here among the common folk. The markets are quite lively today, are they not? And I must say, I am particularly looking forward to the match between Abigail and Sir Fillard. It would bring me no small amount of satisfaction to see that knight humbled, would it not? Master of Arms of House Carlbridge. Well respected, Ferrari is one of the best teachers in the Western Valley. I hope you get stomped. They lean in closer as they lower their voice. Oh, this is going to be good. Should Abigail manage to embarrass House Carlbridge in their match, regardless of means, I will be most pleased indeed. Thou could expect House Stock would be eager to show its support for anyone who humbles that pompous knight. Standing straight and back to their normal energetic self, Lord Stock bids thee good day as they continue making their way through the markets. Why you gotta be conniving? Why can't you just enjoy the joust for what it is? A good time. Alright. We're zooming. Tell me about my bumper harvest. Thou meets with Mary, which I believe, yes, my consort. A child of influential family in town. Soft heart, naive. Thou meets with Lady Consort outside of the barn as farmers work on storing wheat out of the elements. We has great news to hark on this day. The farmers managed a bumper crop this season to our surprise. The people say it is a sign of our family's just rule, yet I believe they simply work better when happier. Oh, lovely. This is going to put everything above 3. Alright, round 2. Come on, Abigail. Don't let me down. But if you do, it's okay. I'll forgive you. The victory against Sir Godfrey Malister has brought a sense of pride to House Brightward. but the true challenge lies ahead. Sir Fillard, the master-at-arms from House Carlbridge, a knight renowned for their prowess and widely considered the favorite to win the entire tournament. Mine lord sibling, I must prepare if I am to continue the success. What does thou suggest? Okay, well, again, we're not gonna be bad people. We're not doing 3. I'm sure I'll have a semi-evil playthrough after this. Yeah. Oh man. I feel like while this is obviously like the good path, I'm gonna get bit for this. That I should probably play into the political intrigue and lies a little bit. But nah. Thou hast already proven thy skill. Win or lose, thou art a credit to our house. Hold thy head high. The crowd is with thee, and fight with all thy heart. No one can ask more of thee. Abigail smiles and stands a bit taller. The little meeple noises really do please me. Thy words give me strength, mine lord. I shall ride with all the pride of our house. Alright. 'Tis time for the second round of the tourney. Flags bearing the colors of the noble houses flutter in the breeze, and the air is thick with the excitement of the competition. You know, thinking about it, while I decided I wasn't going to use any tomfoolery and tricks, they definitely are, right? I agree. Abigail takes their position as the announcer introduces them, a roar from the crowd for the hometown hero. The roar turns to jeers and boos as Sir Fillard is introduced. Their armor resplendent and the horse powerful. Abigail bows to their opponent from their horseback, yet the Carlbridge knight simply stares back. Oh, you're making me regret being honorable. The signal is given, and both riders spur their horses into action. The ground trembles under the weight of the charging steeds as they make their first passes. Oh, don't fall down. Don't fall down! Don't fall down! No! With a thunderous clash, the lances strike. The impact sends a shockwave through the arena as Abigail is sent from their saddle to the dirt. A gasp sweeps through the crowd. Tension mounts as they wait for Abigail to move to their feet. Don't be dead. Okay. After struggling to stand, Abigail manages a deep bow to their opponent, who can't be bothered to interrupt their celebration. Oh, no, the merchants are sick. If I knew this guy was a dick, maybe I would have found my honor to be a bit more malleable. Amidst the festivities of the second round of the tourney of the joust, thy steward finds thee and thy consort with an update on the house's activities at the tourney market. I have met with the house merchants. With the best spots to sell their wares, they are making more than we imagined. Our coffers will be full by the end of this tourney. Yet I bring word that doth trouble me. There hath been reports of sickness among the small folk. A pair of merchants from our own Brookton have taken ill, unable to work the stalls. I sent them home to rest and recover. Sickness, here at such time. Oh, how dreadful. Gramercy for bringing us this news. I shall have a servant check on them. I'm sure that was, I'm sure that's just coincidental, right? I'm sure our friend Carlbridge hasn't, like, introduced a new plague. No, he wouldn't. Gold is down. Food doing good. Honor still maxed. Military is nearing completion. Or at least leveling off where it's supposed to be. Morale doing good. Final round schemes. Oh, I want to like you, Stock. Why are we meeting in the woods? The final round of the joust looms on the horizon. Thou is led to a secluded portion of the grounds, instructed by thy whisperhead that an important meeting awaits. Lord Stock is found waiting, guards stationed well out of earshot, and motions for thee to join them. I appreciate thee meeting me on such short notice. Time is in short supply. The final joust is upon us, and it pits mine sibling, Marina Stock, against Fillard. I fear treachery from mine opponent, and they would not hesitate to injure or kill in a match, so I intend to act first. Oh, come on. Why are you making out with me? They discreetly hand thee a small vial. Yet, mine house is watched too closely. Find somebody thy trust to sneak this into his cups tonight. I'm not doing this. A mild poison only, enough to dull their edges is all, yet all of the assurance I need to know mine sibling will be harmed as they win this tournament. They regard thee sternly, speaking with intention and clearly. Thou didst hesitate before, but this time I offer thee a more assured path. Should thy house handle this task, I canst risk myself. Thou shalt have an ally who will stand beside thee against any foe, Carlbridge included. Yeah. Fuck no. I'm not going to poison someone for you so you can win a tournament. If you're that worried about your sibling's safety, pull them out of the tournament. Hell no. Thou dost disappoint me, Lord Brightward. Would it be thy sibling in danger, House Stock would be there to help. I put my sibling already in danger, and it came out fine. Thank you very much. Nevertheless, thou still art a good neighbor. I shall simply find someone else interested in our support. Take care. These are dangerous times, and honor can only protect thee so much. Well, you know what? The High Lord seems to like my honor. We'll see how he fucking thinks. The final match of the High Arms Tourney hath arrived, the air thick with anticipation. Is he green? He was not this color before, right? By the will of thy High Lord, we now present the final match of the High Arms Tourney. Sir Fillard, Master of the Arms of House Carlbridge, shall face Sir Marina Stock, Master of Arms at House Stock. So they definitely still poisoned him. From thy seat thou recognizes Sir Fillard's posture is slouched, their movement sluggish. It appears that none knows anything amiss, as none make an effort to interrupt. Opposite, Sir Marina Stock is focused and tall in the saddle, ready to begin. They charge forth. Despite being impaired, Sir Fillard manages a glancing blow and stays firmly in the saddle. They're trading, proving impressive. There we go. There he goes. Oh no! Oh! As they charge once more, Sir Marina's lance hits shield, fails to break, and finds its home deep in the opponent's neck. It's just supposed to be a fun tournament. What are you guys doing? The crowd gasps and grows silent as they watch Sir Fillard lay gasping in the dirt, spurting blood. How dare thee! Murder, I demand justice! As Lord Carlbridge roars with fury and stalks towards Sir Marina, the High Lord intervenes and stands in the raging Lord's way. Hold, I will have order. Compose thyself, my lord, I see no... foul play here. All know joust is a dangerous sport, and it was a fair blow. I'm going to have an option to... well, we're running high honor. Lord Carlbridge, seething, glares at the High Lord, but knows better than to challenge their authority here. With a final furious glare at Sir Marina, they turn and storm off. This is a tragic outcome. I ask all to honor the bravery of both knights this day. So they probably would have killed dear Abigail if I had beaten Fillard, right? Like, they probably still would have poisoned her. Thou hath emerged victorious, though at a heavy cost. As winner of this tourney, I offer thee the right to name thy prize. What dost thou desire? As the first line of defense of the Valley, House Stock has taken a steep responsibility to maintain a standing army to guard the gates. I request that I be elevated and named Captain General of the Valley with the authority to levy and train soldiers from across the Valley for the purpose of its defense. Thou see the other lords and nobles' surprise. Such a role hath never existed, and would give them considerable power over the noble houses. Granted, thou shalt relinquish any claim to thy ancestral seat in Stockholm and serve the realm directly, reporting to me. Now rise, henceforth known as a Captain General of the Valley, Sir Marina Stock. That's not great. That's not great at all. That's bad. I knew Carlbridge was kind of a Class A a-hole, but is Lord Stock actually the bad guy? Oh, cool. Words of Plague. This is going to be awesome. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be a jolly good time. And we're zooming. Alright. What do you got for me? The tapestries in the hall hang heavy, as if they too are weighed down by the news. My lord, the small folk are suffering from illness, and it appears to be spreading rapidly. It is unknown in origins, yet that mattered not when a growing number of our own are bedridden. The air in the hall grows thick with tension, as symptoms of fever, chills, and rash are discussed. Okay, no, Okay, all options seem to increase plague, allocate resources, or set up a quarantine. If we act swiftly, we can contain this plague to a camp outside of town. It may be unpopular yet prudent. We must help those who are ill. What is our house without our small folk? We're gonna not do 3. Because it's a plague. Plagues are bad. A quarantine is probably the correct thing here. Like, even if we allocate resources, if they're all highly contagious and we leave them in town. Alright, we're quarantining them. You're not going to be happy with me, but it's the best choice, I think. I shall speak with Martin Smith and have the guards assist in rounding up the afflicted. A camp will be set up immediately for them to be away from the town. Oh! Ooh! Plague, nice. A new stat. One I assume it would behoove me not to max out. Oh, good! Plague spreading throughout the valley. One of our guards has become sick. Hopefully I made the camp nice. I'd like to think I did. It's probably not. Sorry, buddy. Oh, no! My farmers, my merchant! Tell me the millers are fine. Okay. Military, food, and gold all hit. We're still doing generally well. So I'm taking an update on the plague. While studying the latest reports on the costs and earnings of the tourney with Charles, the door opens and Mary enters. I come with news of the plague that hath spread through the valley. The sickness hath spread to Brookton, and while the worst has not come to pass, it is clear the town is suffering. The keep too feels the strain, my lord. Servants whisper of illness and supplies are starting to become harder to come across. Their report builds a sense of urgency. After dismissing them, thou arranges for the advisors to all meet soon to discuss what action to take. Oh, the road be dust yet clear today. Oh, thank you, Al from the Tall. Quarantine update. Alright, tell me I made the right choice. Thou meets with the Master-at-Arms at the barracks, receiving the update on how the quarantine camp is coming. My lord, the quarantine camp hath been established as you commanded. The effort to round up the sick was not without its challenges. Yeah, I could see that. The small folk, as you might expect, did not take kindly to being separated from their loved ones. Many resisted, fearing that being sent to the camp was a death sentence. Some refused to leave their homes, others attempted to hide the afflicted. The guard carried out their duties, yet I fear with too much zeal. There are reports of injuries to those that resisted. Why is good help so hard to come by? Ugh. Those that witness the reallocations hath no doubt that a plague is coming. We are attempting to maintain peace and avoid widespread panic. It may be difficult, yet we are doing what is best. Fear lingers in the air. The quarantine camp on the edge of town, a constant reminder. With luck, those in the camp shall be home ere the winter. Morale's gonna take a big hit. Well, I'm sorry, but hopefully, you'll be alive to complain at me when the winter hits. That's the real hope here. Plague going up. No, it's going up slow, though. Hopefully it stays low. Plague Council. The plague continues to worsen throughout the valley, and there is little else the small folk talk about these days. Thou hast gathered all of House Brightward to discuss possible actions to take. Several members come forward with recommendations for consideration. Alright. Glayman, what do you propose? My lord, we must look beyond our borders. The plague ravages not only Brookton, but the entire valley. Let us reach out to our High Lord to seek a coordinated effort among all the houses. An alliance or a plea for aid. We risk showing weakness, inviting our rivals to see House Brightward as vulnerable. Yet what other choice do we have? The plague knoweth no borders, no loyalties. If we do not unite, we may all fall, one by one. Yes. Yeah, being isolationist here, I assume, was a bad idea. Go. I shall gather messengers at once. I shall seek out the High Arm myself and send the others to each noble house. We're gonna learn that, Lord Stock or Carlbridge has, no sick people, right? The room is divided on this, thy whispered, unable to hide their dismay. I don't care. Martin, what do you have for me? Mine lord, we must be pragmatic. As the sick cannot work, I suggest we conscript those still healthy into additional duties. Be it guarding the town, tending the fields, or aiding the healers. Let them serve their house and remind them of their loyalty. But Martin, they are already weary. To demand more of them now could break their spirits. We cannot treat them as mere tools, to be used and discarded. So, if I do this, I imagine morale's gonna tank, and I'll get a kick up in food and probably gold. But we're doing good on food and gold. The small folk are already struggling, and pushing them more shall not help. Alright, I'm gonna go gut reaction here. I'm going to assume that if I keep pushing the townsfolk, yeah, I'll get probably more food, more gold, but a tired population becomes a sick population, becomes an angry population, so we're going to let them rest. The small folk are already struggling, and pushing them more shall not help. I fear this mercy may cost us in the long run. The small folk need purpose in these times. Despite Martin's misgivings, thy consort strongly approves of thy decision. Magmatius, what do you got? My lord, there may yet be an opportunity in this plague. We be a whisper away from weakening the standings of our more... Oh my... No. We have a new high arm, and yet Lord Stock does not as the valley plunges into plague. What of Carlbridge failing to contain the sickness? I hark of their traitors being the first reported ill. I do not like lying. People are sick and just need help. Would we not deny those of help, little lordling? Oh, we would not deny those of help, little lordling. Simply a whisper for people to grasp onto. Oh. Why are you doing this to me? and can blame one of them for starting the plague. If I thought one of them intentionally started it, I'd have very little problem doing that. But as far as we know, the plague just hit. Honor. I said I was going to do honor run. So let's do honor run. Very well. I wish to serve. Mine ears will listen for the whispers all the same. The rest of the room looks content with taking the honorable path. That is all for now. Oh, yep. We're at 2. Replies from abroad. Come on, High Lord. Give me something good. The air in the solar is thick with the scent of burning herbs, an attempt by the household staff to ward off the plague. Thou sits at the wooden table, deep in thought as Glayman enters with a bundle of letters. I bring thee tidings from the other houses. We have yet to receive word from High Lord Bangton or Carlbridge. 'Tis not terribly surprising, yet may be reason to worry. Marcave was swift in reply. Their words were optimistic, if not contradictory. The Lord offers full support in any efforts to combat the plague, yet confirms that they are banning outsiders from entering the mountains. The ring fort is settled betwixt. It leaves one to wonder how they mean to support if they refuse to leave. Lord Stock, on the other hand, responded with characteristic pragmatism. Pragmatism? They acknowledge the plague, but seem less concerned than the others. You're gonna be the endgame bad guy, right? The Carlbridge being kind of a dick is just kind of it's a red herring. Shame. For shame. Stockholm, it seems, is faring better than most, perhaps due to their ample stores and the distance from other afflicted towns. There is not much to be done now, yet it is promising to hear that at least some other houses are managing and could be counted on for help. Come on, Marcave, come through. Plague going up. Oh, good. Yeah, one of the guards got sick. Farmer gets sick. Merchant is sick. Yep. Taking a hit. Still not bad though. We're at 3 now for food. Military down a little bit. Gold's still doing fine. Crisis in the fields. Cool. How much food do we lose? The news of the first deaths from the plague has spread quickly through the town. Normally bustling with the day's activities, the barn now carries a heavy, somber weight. Field hands work as fear and grief fill their thoughts. Thou visits the Brookton barn with thy steward. Provide aid. Find new field hands to lessen the burden. Comfort families. Alright, let's look at our things. Morale is right in the middle. I have gold. What's the purpose of having gold if I'm not going to use it? Provide aid. We're going to provide aid. I'm going to go gut reaction here. Though it does not dry their tears, the families thank thee for keeping them from squalor. My lord, very generous, yet if we do this for every death, we risk bankrupting the house treasury. Yep. Didn't change the long term. Honor and morale go up. Prize of witchcraft. Cool, that's what we need. The market, usually filled with merchants and townsfolk, is now occupied by a tense and anxious crowd. Fearful whispers and angry shouts fill the air. A merchant, disheveled and wild-eyed, stands upon a box. Yelling to the crowd, their voice carries out over the murmur of the people. "'Tis the people of Ringfort! They've cursed us all! The sickness comes from their dark arts beneath the earth, and it'll spread till something is done. We must protect our own, drive them out before it is too late!" The crowd roars in agreement, and a wave of panic surges through the square. The situation is tense as I watch over the scene. Say nothing of the peasants vent their frustrations as long as it's directed at House Brightward. No! Placate the crowd, promising an envoy to investigate. Yeah, we're going morale. Madness cannot be allowed to continue. Our cave hath no witches, and mine guard can only keep peace for so long. The crowd, taken aback by the sudden proclamation, murmuring to each other and begin to quiet down. Realizing they lost the crowd, the fear-mongering merchant slithers off their box, and the small folk mutter agreement with their lord. The tension is eased for now, as thy message takes root. Yet it is evident from the peasants' faces that courage and reason can only placate the masses for so long. Morale goes up. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Secrets of import. As the day of taking meetings in the keep's main hall comes to a close, a servant approaches. My lord, I bring word of great urgency. It concerns the plague. I fear there are dark forces at play. I am a whisperer, yet I fear for my safety and trust no one else, not even the whisperhead. The plague consumes nearly every moment in meeting. Thou asks what they know. The source of the sickness, my lord, it is not as it seems. I must speak with thou in private, away from all ears. Are you gonna stab me? I feel like you might stab me. Extra security. So, meet in secret. No chances of rumors spreading. Higher chance to hear the full secret. Chance that he's going to stab the hell out of me. Meet with a guard present. Extra security. Chance of rumors. Lower chance to hear the secret. Yet my people are sick. And a higher chance to hear the full secret, I think, is worth the risk. For our people need us. Please don't stab me. Gramercy, my lord, lead the way. Oh no. Oh no. Thou lead the servant to an unused chamber of the keep, instructing the guard to wait at the end of the hall and ensuring privacy. The servant relaxes as the door closes. Gone is their nervousness, and they dig in their cloak, producing a message. I was told to give this to thee as it has proof of the source of the plague. They hold out a small scroll bearing a blank seal with no sigil. I'm getting stabbed. I'm gonna get murdered in this room. Oh, the source, who or what be it? Yep. 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 Honor gets you nowhere, kids! In an instant, the Whisperer ear flashes a dagger from their cloak and drives it into Lord Brightward's gut. Guards, cat! Guards! A noble lord should know their place. With a final twist, the assassin wrenches the dagger free and buries it in their victim's neck. Please kill this man. Please kill this man. Come on, Master of Arms. Mine lord, somebody fetch the healer and seize that wretch. A pair of guards seize the assassin who puts up little fight. Oh! Cool. So it's all afoot now. As Martin turns to bark out orders, one of the two holding the assassin suddenly draws their sword, and with quick precision, rams it through the assassin's back. What? What art thou doing? We need them to speak. Thou killed our lord and made a move for my sword. It had to be done. Sure it did. Complete Act 2. A tourney for lords. With their lord slain in cold blood, the town of Brookton grieves. A vigil is held for the small folk and noble family to pay thine respects to their late liege lord. Yet not all of the family is present to grieve. The late lord's sibling Abigail is still at the capital, The steward gives orders to a messenger to bring them the news. With uncertainty hanging over House Brightward due to having a youth of 11 years as their next lord. Late Lord Brightward's trusted lordsman experience may be all that stands betwixt thy house and ruin. They're just cooking me, huh? At least they cooked me with my sword. Why'd you do it to me like that? Why? Alright. Well, I need to go digest what just happened. I assume I still would have died with a guard, right? God. Ugh, I need to go think. I'm going to pause the episode here. We will meet back up in time for Act 3. See you soon.